Oh my god, I missed this. Oh man, I missed it. I'll be honest, I've missed it. Kind of. I enjoy not having headaches. To be honest, I do enjoy not having headaches. But I gotta say, man, I do miss y'all. I did miss y'all. I did miss y'all, man. I did miss y'all, boys and girls and ladies, men and women. I miss y'all, man. Listen, as I'm recording this is a week away. Not officially a week, like 7 days, but I'm recording this on a Monday. So y'all probably see this throughout the weekend leading up to the game of next week. I'm recording this a week before just to go over the off season and also the preseason, because I know I didn't. A couple people was hitting me up on Twitter and Instagram, which I'm gonna link my socials to y'all down below as well, because it's something my socials is something I'm going to talk about later on in the video. But a couple people were asking me my opinions of the off season and the preseason, and I thought I might as well make a video to kind of describe that, to basically lead up to the regular season game. First and foremost, before I do that though, obviously I've been gone for a while. I didn't talk about the unfortunate passings that was suffered in the Ravens community. First, obviously, was Jacoby Jones. Rest in peace, Jacoby Jones. Prayers all to his family, his friends, all his loved ones. That's a sad thing. I've seen Jacoby multiple times in person, outside of the Ravens. Him being on the team. He was huge in the community, especially when it came to like rec ball and just being around, showing his face, being touchable. Being an inspiration to kids. I've seen him multiple times. And then the most recent one is Joe D. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I don't want to butcher his last name. So most people that don't know how to pronounce his name call him Joe D, Coach Joe D, which was the offensive line coach for the Baltimore Ravens, who unfortunately passed away. I want to say yesterday, as I'm recording this. I believe he passed on the 25th or the 24th. I'm not too sure about the specifics, but rest in peace to both of them. Coach Harbaugh today said that the team is dedicating the season to them, which is a great thing. I think that's a class act move by John. And I agree with him. We already felt like the season was dedicated to Jacoby Jones anyway, especially after what Lamar said. The Super Bowl being in New Orleans, and obviously the last time the Ravens were in the Super Bowl, it was in New Orleans. Jacoby Jones is from New Orleans, so it will be a feel good moment, So I get why the season was dedicated to Jacoby Jones anyway, but especially now, obviously, since the passing of Joe D, the offensive line coach, it's very unfortunate, very unfortunate. So rest in peace to those guys, those men who helped shape other men. So prayers out to both of their friends, family, and loved ones. Check on your people, guys. Everybody, check on your people. Even if you guys may not be close with your family, you always want to check in on everyone, because you never know who's going to be here today, gone tomorrow, your friends as well. You never know what someone is going through, so always check up on them, So I want to say that first before getting into the offseason and the preseason, okay? But Ravens offseason. Very interesting. I'm glad we did sign another safety. I was hoping that it was Justin Simmons, but I'm not mad that we did sign Eddie Jackson. He fits in perfectly with this defense because he can play inside the box along with playing outside as well, being free safety. Because we know Kyle Hamilton is technically a free safety. Technically. But he does play in the box, so he can also be a strong safety. Like he can play both positions, So But I am glad we did sign another safety. I really like the addition of Bojack. For sure. Watching the preseason games, hearing what's been told to me from the people that's been at camp, and also just looking at the landscape in general, by far the best part of this Ravens team, outside of Lamar Jackson and Justin Tucker, is the Ravens secondary. By far, for sure. It's not even close. Oh, it's not even close. The best part about this team is the secondary, the DB core, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. No questions asked. The strength of this team, as I said, is the DB core. I am curious to see who they have out there as the starting cornerbacks. Obviously, we know that Hump is coming off of, his season where he was battling with injuries throughout the entire season. Brandon Stevens stepped up in a major way last year. And obviously, Nate Wiggins, who has been a pleasant surprise. If you guys remember correctly, when I spoke about the last video with the Ravens, and I mentioned about Nate Wiggins, I said that I did want Kool-Aid McKinstry over Nate Wiggins, just because I thought his size and stature, me and him is damn near the same size. I'm 5'11", 150. 5'11", 150, on a good day, 160. I feel like me and Nate Wiggins damn near the same player build. That's why I'm like, and I'm not out there tackling grown-ass men. That's why I feel like we need a more physical corner. But after watching Nate Wiggins in the first couple preseason games, even after his slight scare, shoulder injury, he was he's been doing well. He's been doing well in camp as well, so that's a good sighting. So I am curious to see how they do play those three guys of Marlon Humphrey, Brandon Stevens, and Nate Wiggins. Who starts? Who's going to be the inside? Who's going to be the outside? If I had to guess, that's the thing. I was going to say Brandon Stevens probably going to play slot, but he's played way better on the outside. So I wonder if Hump will now play slot. Like it's interesting. I unless Nate drops down the slot, Nate Wiggins primarily played outside corner at Clemson in college. So I don't know if that's something that he's gonna be comfortable with, if that will work or not. Like I don't just don't want it to look bad. That's pretty much the main thing. But I'm gonna be honest, guys. Outside this DB core, I have a lot of questions about this team. I'm gonna keep it G real. Y'all know I never lie when it comes to the Ravens. I am brutally honest. Sometimes more honest than I want to be honest. I have a number of concerns. The first one being the defensive line. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. When it comes to the trenches of both sides of the defensive line and the offensive line, I'm a bit concerned. I understand when it comes to defensive line, I understand that, Ojabo going through injuries since college. Dafe going through injuries since been a pro. We did re-sign Kyle Van Noy, which was great. I wish we could have kept Jadeveon Clowney, but I get it is a business. We did sign Justin Matabuke Bukes. So that was a great thing. Still have Travis Jones. I believe we still have Broderick Washington, if I'm not mistaken, Michael Pierce. So we still got some guys. I just don't trust the pass rush. I really don't. Because Ojabo can't stay. Well, I can't say can't stay healthy. Haven't seen Ojabo really healthy. Haven't seen Odafe really healthy since his rookie year. Even in his rookie year, he was still dealing with injuries. Kyle Van Noy, aging vet, but he was playing phenomenal last year. But was that scheme from Mike McDonald, or was that really Kyle Van Noy, or was it the players around him? Like it all really depends, right? Obviously, I know what Bukes. I know what Bukes is going to give me. Just Matt Buke. I know he's going to give me. I know what Michael Pierce is going to give me. But I do have my concerns about the pass rush. Trenton Simpson. I have my questions about Trent Simpson. Trent Simpson. Is he going to be ready? Is he going to be? Listen, y'all know how I felt about PQ. Listen, at the middle linebacker position, outside of Roquan, there's only the only way from here is up from Patrick Queen. So as long as you're not PQ, we good. Oh, I can't wait to see his bum ass, and oh my god, I can't wait to see him. I cannot wait to see that nigga on the Steelers versus the Ravens. Oh Lord, I can't wait to see it. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see it. But as long as he's not as terrible as PQ, I'm happy. That's all I ask. But I still obviously have questions and concerns. Is he going to be ready to step into that role as quickly? Can he learn from Roquan? During the preseason, he has looked all right. He's looked well. He had an interception against the Packers. He, as y'all seen right there, he does get caught up in the shuffle, in the run game a good bit. Y'all can see him right here, number 23. That I'm circling right here. He can get lost in the run game, and this gap is running. The running back is running right towards him, and he's getting caught in the shuffle against a tight end. That can happen. I'll give PQ that credit. PQ would not get blocked by a tight. Well, PQ wouldn't. He would make this tackle. I'll say that. PQ would probably make this tackle. Trenton Simpson right here does not. I don't think he even come close. I think he may have tried to arm tackle, and it didn't work. That's a problem. They have to be better. I'm sorry, he has to be better. I believe he will be better. But how quickly he's gonna be better, I don't know. Because he literally is the starting inside linebacker along with Roquan. Now, I'm gonna be honest. This is actually a good play by Trent Simpson. He gets put on his ass right here against 71s. 71 puts Trent Simpson on his ass. Look at Trent right here. Keep an eye on him. Boom. He gets put on his ass. But the young man gets right the fuck back up and makes the tackle. That's what I'm talking about. That's a fucking middle linebacker, man. Oh, that's a middle linebacker. As I said, I just has concerns of how quickly he's gonna come along. I do like Brady Bo Braid. I think that's how you say his name. I do like him. I think he'll be good as well if we do keep him on the roster. I forgot about Travis Robinson too. Travis Robinson, I don't think he's gonna start though. I don't think he's gonna make too much noise this year on the pass rush. It would be nice if he did, but I don't think he will. So that's my concerns about the defense, is how Trent is going to come along, how quickly he's going to come along in the pass rush. Is it going to be effective this year? The fact that we lost guys in, the fact that Mike McDonald, a lot of these blitzes were schemed up by Mike Mack. How is Zach Orr going to be his first year as a defensive coordinator? Will the blitzes look the same? Will the defense be as good? Maybe if better? No, I expect some bumps and bruises along the way when it comes to the defense. But this offense, Lord have mercy. My number one concern about the entire team is the offensive line. I have been getting shit about this from my own friends. They think that there's nothing wrong with this offensive line. They think, oh, motherfuckers haven't been healthy. It's just a preseason. People ain't been playing. I get that. You know, I get Tyler Linderbaum hasn't been playing because his neck injury, obviously. Obviously, Ronnie Stanley's not going to be playing in the preseason. But you guys got to remember, right? We did trade Morgan Moses. We did lose one of our guards in free agency. These things happened. How is that going to look with the new assembled offensive line with, obviously, Rosengarten? I believe they're going to continue to rotate tackles throughout the year. How long they're going to do that, I don't know. But y'all, this offensive line has not looked good the entire preseason. And let me tell y'all, because no reporter can I'm gonna just say this. I almost said something I'm supposed to say. Let me just say, throughout the entire camp, the offensive line has not looked the best. It hasn't. Lamar has ran for his life throughout the entire training camp. I just have a huge problem of the current structure of what his offensive line looks, right? Now, I don't know if this preseason game in particular is going to show that and show how bad his offensive line truly is. I don't know, but I am not a fan of these guys, especially since we have our running back is a 30-year-old Derrick Henry. Not a fan. Not a fan of the struggles of this offensive line. I'll be honest. As you see there, Rosengarten getting pushed back, number 70, getting pushed all the way back into the running back's lap from the start of the snap too. I mean, I get that it's a stretch, you know, it's diving, or is it a zone? Is it inside zone? I don't know actually. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know if it's off tackle, stretch, or what, but the fact that 74 top of the screen, who's obviously not going to play, but Rosengarten is going to be a key factor in the offensive line. They started offensive line. The fact he's getting this much pushback right here. I mean, this is about 2 to 3 yards in the damn backfield that he's getting pushed back to, and it's in the running back's lap. I mean, we lose yardage right here. I mean, it's a loss of what? Maybe like what? 2, 3? We don't get back to the line of scrimmage here. This is a loss of 2 or 3 because of the fact that we're just struggling right now when it comes to the offensive line. I don't want to say this because this is obviously a bad time to say it. I don't know if it's also because of the fact that our offensive line coach did, pass away. I don't know who's now coaching this offensive line. I feel like the staff should be good enough that if someone is missing, that someone could pick up the pieces, but we don't know. Like, we don't know these things. But I still have a major concern about it. I'll tell you that. I have a major concern about this offensive line. Other concerns offensively I do have, as I said, the fact that our starting running back is 30 years old. I get Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry, but he is 30 years old. I mean, history tells us once somebody gets above that, around that age as a running back, the chance of you being super productive is kind of slim to none. I don't know how fresh his legs is. I reported he has looked all right. He's looked good in camp. But I don't know how fresh his legs is, and especially behind an offensive line like this, how fresh is he going to stay throughout the season? Really, as of right now, if I'm John Harbaugh, if I'm Todd Monken, I would start Justice Hill to start the season, just to keep Derrick Henry as fresh as possible while they work on the kinks of this offensive line. I don't want to throw Derrick Henry as my bell cow off the bat while my offensive line is struggling. You're going to give him more hits, let him take more hits than he needs to. Obviously, not even mentioning Lamar Jackson at this point, but just talking about the running game right now, right? Running back depth, though. How quickly could Keaton come back? Is Keaton going to look great coming back? I know we lost one of our running backs that we was potentially going to keep during the preseason, I believe, to a broken foot or a broken ankle. I can't remember. I believe it was a broken foot. So, obviously, he's going to be gone. So our running back depth is also a question to be talked about. Wide receiver depth. Nobody has been talking about this for the Ravens about that wide receiver depth. Obviously, I'm sorry. It's really a topic of conversation every single offseason with the Baltimore Ravens. I feel like we were just more sure about it last year because of the signing of Odell Beckham. Not really Nelson Aguilar, but more so Odell Beckham, and the fact that Zay looked good during camp, and obviously Rashad Bateman as well, that he's still there. But I mean, when your top 3 wide receivers is Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and Nelson Aguilar, not saying those guys are scrubs, but obviously the 2 best players are going to be Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, with a Rashad Bateman who's he has to play better. I'll leave it at that. Rashad Bateman just has to play better at this stage of his career right now. Zay Flowers, I know what to expect from Zay Flowers. I know Zay is going to be oh my god, this offensive line is so bad. It's an eyesore, y'all. Just look at the right side of this offensive line. Like, I mean, holy shit. Some of these guys you see right here is going to be part of the rotation for the offensive line. Like, if somebody gets banged up, guys, we're fucked. I'm telling you right now. And it's a 17-game football season, not including the playoffs if we're lucky to get there, right? Guys going to get banged up throughout the year, and look how far the offensive line is getting pushed back, y'all. Like, I mean, and that's Flele. Flele was playing as a starting offensive lineman for the Ravens last year. Like, he was starting at some games. Like, and look how far he's getting pushed back. I don't know if it's because of his base or what, but holy shit, guys. Like, I this is a major concern for me, man. And it doesn't help that the first 4 games are so tough. It's so tough. We have the Chiefs, we have the Raiders, we have I believe the Bills and the Browns. 3 out of 4 of those teams have a really good defensive line. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. I'm pretty sure we do play the Browns as well. Let me see. Yes. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord have mercy. I thought it was the Browns. It's even worse. It's the fucking Cowboys. It's the goddamn Cowboys. I'm sorry. We go Chiefs, Raiders, Cowboys, Bills. Literally your first 3 weeks are against really good defensive lines. Like, what with your offensive line struggling right now? Kyle Linderbaum coming off a neck injury. His first test coming off an injury is against Chris Jones. I mean, I don't know, man. Back to the wide receiver core, man. The fact that your top 2 guys is Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, it's more to be desired there. I'll say that, right? I was hoping that Tez from UNC, who we picked up in the draft, I was hoping that he would come along at this point. He's been battling through injuries throughout camp. He's been fucking relegated to special teams, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I do expect Mark Andrews to be the same Mark Andrews, playing well. I do like Dayton Wade, though. Obviously, I know this is Tylan Wallace running to the end zone, but I do like Dayton Wade, though. I hope we do keep Dayton Wade. I don't know how it's gonna shape out, though. We'll see. Malik Cunningham has flashed. Who knows how Malik Cunningham is gonna shape out through the season as well. But all question marks, though. These are not guarantees. It's all question marks. Second year in the top market offense. How's it gonna look, right? Does Lamar get more comfortable? Not saying he wasn't comfortable last year, but obviously there was some bumps and bruises here and there. Times where we should have been running the ball and we wasn't. Not gonna bring that back up, but y'all know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, I expect Mark Andrews to be the same Mark Andrews. I expect Isaiah Likely to have an even bigger role this year, especially with the questions of the wide receiver core. I think we may start using him more in the slot, like a hybrid tight end wide receiver look, to keep him on the field the same exact time as Mark Andrews. So, with a lot of questions, there are some certainties there, but I just mentioned a lot of damn questions, though, y'all, that really I don't feel like has been answered all the way now past preseason. Y'all, we're a week away from week 1. And I still have a lot of questions that I really should not have at this point in time. Especially with a team with so much high expectations as the Baltimore Ravens. I believe Lamar Jackson at this point. I know what I'm getting out of Lamar when it comes from September to early January, like a week, like that first week of January or the week before January. Like I know what I'm getting from Lamar from that point. Like for the first 3 months, I know what I'm getting from Lamar Jackson. It's that 4th month that Lamar has to play better. Not saying he did not play all right in the Chiefs game, but we gotta finish these games come January. We got to get to the big dance. It has to happen. At some point in time, you gotta put up or shut up, man. I'm gonna be honest. It has to come to that point. I know I did a video going over the schedule. My last video discussing the wins and losses. If I remember correctly, I think I gave us 13 wins, around 12, 13 wins. I'm not too sure about that anymore, y'all. Just based on where we currently stand as a team. Roster-wise. I don't know. I don't know how well this team is going to be the first couple of weeks. I expect bumps and bruises. To be real, after 4 weeks, I would not be surprised if we're 2-2. Really? This gonna sound fucked up. Nah, we gonna beat the Bills. I was about to say 1-3, but that's crazy. I would not be surprised. Worst case scenario, we're 2-2, losing to the Chiefs and losing to the Cowboys. I would not be surprised by that because of the problems that I see with my own eyes and what's being told to me by the offensive line, and as well as some question marks about the pass rush. I don't know, y'all. I have faith that all things will work out. I believe this team will fight hard for the passings that the team has suffered, on their team and within the community. I believe they are motivated to get back to the AFC Championship game and actually win. I believe they're going to be even more motivated, obviously, week 1 to beat the Chiefs because they still got that bad taste in their mouth. I know Lamar Jackson is going to be highly, highly motivated to beat this Kansas City Chiefs team. It's just a lot of question marks that need to be answered. Do I expect them to be answered the first 2 weeks? No. No. I think probably around week 8, week 9. Around that Browns or Broncos game, we'll know what to expect from this team. How far could this team possibly go? I also expect trades to happen at some point in this team. I do think we pick up another wide receiver. I'm hoping the Titans stink. Then again, no, I don't. I was about to say trade for D-Hop, but Titans front office ain't trading with us. So let me just get that out of my mind. That's not happening. But we need another vet wide receiver and probably another vet pass rusher. If we was able to get both, I believe we're cooking with grease. To quote Roquan Smith, I believe we're cooking with grease. All right. Now, week 1. I'm going to be doing something special for this entire season. I'm not going to make videos, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stream live on YouTube. Yes, I'll have live reactions right after the game, so y'all don't have to wait until I post a damn video. Y'all can come here right after the game is over. I'm booting up. I'm literally sitting down, hitting fucking start streaming from YouTube to get you guys immediate reactions. Y'all get my immediate reactions so it doesn't settle in. Y'all gonna see me immediately live. Once the clock hits 000, y'all gonna see my face. I think it's gonna be good for us. I think it's gonna be good for our little community that we do have. And also the growth of this channel, I think will be good. Also, if y'all don't know, I do stream on Twitch as well. I do play Madden, college football. When 2K comes out, NBA 2K25, I will be playing that as well. So check me out. Check out the links in the description. Y'all gonna see all the links when it comes to my socials. I do tweet a lot. Tweet about the Ravens during the game. I do live tweet during the game if y'all want to chat with me during the game as well. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram, but definitely also follow me on Twitch where I do be streaming over there as well. And of course, if you're new to the channel by now, subscribe, like, comment. I am excited. For the season. I can't wait, man. Next week is going to be great. Hopefully we do come out with the dub. If I do have to predict on paper right now, if I'm being real, I expect it to be a great game, but I don't be surprised if we lose. But I hope I'm wrong. Love it, everyone, yo, man. Till next time, it's been your boy CM2. I know it's been a long one, but I love y'all. And I'm out.